Well, I like how this game is going. I like, I'm learning about these guys. I guess it's a good way to get ahead in the game as well, because they are the competition, and I'll be learning about their strategies, I guess, just by understanding ways that they think, bluffing or not bluffing, or on the what kind of scale they exist on. Is it more like material based, or is it more like honesty and trying to have the purest answers, or what have you?
I've been hanging around with Sean outside of the show, so I do know him a little better than probably the rest, but I also know that he would twist the truth a bit if he had to in order to win.
Yeah, it's a great experiment. This experience of people.
Okay, David. You're on a camping trip. Not having a good place to put your cash, you hide it in a nearby tree. On the last day of your trip, you pack your things, hike a mile to your car, and leave for home. Not until you were 60 miles from the campsite do you remember the cash. The least amount you would go back for is 1, $10, 2, $50, 3, $100, or 4, $200. He's more sure with what you're going to say before you even say it.
Get in the stars!
Are you serious?
I am serious. I just went in the blind. Totally in the blind. Could be the answer. Yes. What do you?
But do you have a real?
I have a real answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that sucks.
I thought I needed to catch up, and this is my only way to just do it in the blind. He saw that though.
It's a good strategy. Okay, or it could be.
I'll tell you what my right answer is. I'd go back for $100, the least amount.
Okay.
So what, 3 I think it was?
Yes.
Okay, that's probably.
I don't know what I chose, guys. I just went in the blind, so I went with number 1. I'm
Okay.
sure. Dang it! Did you go with number 1? So,
Corey thought you were a little cheaper than the other.
Well, just enough to cover my gas to get back, so I make a little bit of money on
guess
it.
number 3 as well. So you guys would have it right.
Oh, I just picked the guy. It doesn't matter. I was shuffled down and took the first.
Sorry, that had to throw you another curveball.
So again, we have no points for that one. Then we're down to the last question. This is getting very interesting because
Corey and Rita can't lose,
I could tie.
but I can pull ahead from you, so you can still lose. You two can't pull
we're still
ahead.
gonna have to, if you don't score on this one, we'll still have to, and let's say nobody would score, we have to do a tiebreaker.
The way it goes, I've lost.
You can make one of these guys.
Sean. Oh, this is perfect. I'm glad this came up for you because it's true.
Uh-oh.
Sort of. You and a good friend are waiters at the same restaurant. He informs you that he is stealing between $15 and $20 per night from the restaurant. Do you, 1, inform the restaurant management immediately? 2, tell him that you will inform the restaurant management unless he stops? 3, tell him that he must resign or you will tell the management? Or 4, allow the stealing to continue without informing management? 1, 2, 3, or 4.
He's messing with the song.
I think he's messing with us too.
I'm blocking all the signals you might pick up.
I am going to go with the total guess because I think you're going to try and bluff out the rest of us now. It's already tied. Hopefully this is it.
I think he's a good man, and he's already lost, so he's not going to bring us down with him. And he is.
What does it say?
1.
Number 1. Damn. That's
Is that your real answer, Sean?
No.
What is your real answer?
My real answer is I would talk to the guy and tell him to fess up, to take care of his own affairs, or else I would probably take action.
Yeah.
Which was number 2.
Number 2.
So we know you.
So poo-poo you.
But we also know you lied, so it was a hard one.
I only lie because
You want to win? I haven't lied yet. I told the truth on every single question.
So we've got.
It only got to a
any
tie.
points on that, right?
No.
Tie for the winning.
Okay. You haven't won yet.
That means. David and Sean are both out. Corey has 3 points. David has 2. Rita has 3. Sean has 2. It's going to be a fight to the death between Corey and Rita. And you two can stick around to gather some intelligence, or you can leave now if you want.
I'll stick around.
Rita, which of the following views of the hereafter comes closest to yours? 1, the soul will go to heaven or hell. 2, the soul is a spirit and will live on in some manner. Or 3, see you later, it's all over.
Sucks. I try not to talk religion.
I would pick number 2.
Number 2, soul is a spirit will live on in some manner.
I said
Corey,
number
reveal.
1. I said number 1.
You said number 1.
I think that if you die, it always comes back in some point or some form, and I hope that's what happens, so that's what I stick with.
So no point for Corey.
I make it a policy not to talk religion too often because I'm not quite agnostic, but pretty close. So I just try not to get too, because a lot of people are very, very heated about it. So I try to avoid it.
This is a little kind of a fun one. Which of the following acts, if performed by your young child in a public place, would you find least embarrassing? 1, picking his nose. 2, belching loudly. 3, breaking wind. Or 4, swearing loudly. Which one would you find least embarrassing?
Least embarrassing? I would say the swearing. I wouldn't be embarrassed, I'd be mad.
Okay.
The rest of them I may be a little embarrassed, but that one I wouldn't be embarrassed at all, I would just be mad.
Okay. Interesting answer. Rita, what did you say?
I pick number 2.
2. So again, we have no points.
You don't know me anymore.
Okay, we still have a tie, so what we'll do at this point is we'll have David come back in, and I'm going to ask you, David, a question to which Corey and Rita will give the answer.
Sounds good.
Okay, David, this is interesting. I wouldn't marry someone who didn't have 1, an above average physical appearance, 2, intelligence and a sense of humor, 3, a belief in God, or 4, a reasonably comfortable financial position.
So you guys put your answers down.
My answer's down.
Okay, David.
I answer this very quickly because very unfortunate because this actually happened in my life and it actually kind of devastated me for a while. So I really, really struggled and I basically learned from that relationship. But it's gonna have to be someone who's financially stable, simply because the person I was with actually took me for $16,000. She just milked that all out of me. So I struggled real hard to get out of that debt, and I'll never make that mistake again. So I really went with the truth answer, and that's the first thing I'd look for now.
Very good. Not the answer I would have expected, actually. No. What
Nor
did,
from I.
Oh, sorry.
I also thought 2.
It was 2 again?
Intelligence and a sense of humor.
Intelligence, sense of humor.
Okay, we still have no points. Now we'll bring Sean in and I'll ask you a question to which Corey and Rita will answer. Sean, the flaw I could most easily forgive in a potential spouse is 1, forgetfulness, 2, sloppiness, 3, lack of motivation, or 4, inability to manage money. This is the flaw that you could most easily forgive in a potential spouse.
What were the answers again?
1, forgetfulness, 2, sloppiness, 3, lack of motivation, or 4, inability to manage money. Seems like they think they know you better than you know yourself. They
Well,
answer
no,
quicker
I
than you.
think I think that the answer is a little bit obvious. I
Which
think.
means maybe you bluffed because maybe it was too obvious.
Maybe I bluffed, but in this case, honest schmanished.
Okay. What was your answer?
Schmanished.
Number 1, forgetfulness.
I also chose number 1, forgetfulness.
Number 1.
Yes!
I thought even number 2 though. I'm like, no.
I was going to pick 3 because he was trying to give you the heads up.
So we have a point for Corey and for Rita, so now we've got to change the board. So now I'm going to ask, the way we'll work it now is I'm going to ask one question of both of you. You will each answer the question for yourselves, but you will also answer what you think the other person will respond. Okay, here's the question. You were told by a reliable source that a good friend has been making slanderous comments about you. You would, 1, confront your friend immediately, 2, ignore the comments and continue the friendship, or 3, snub your friend until he or she inquires about your mood change.
I don't know. I don't know you that well. I'm going to have to piss you off to figure it out now. I'm here with something about Rita. It's bad stuff.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Rita, you first. What would be your answer for yourself?
What I would do is number 1, confront them and ask them why they're talking about what they're talking about, and find out how we can fix that. That's what I would.
Corey, what did you say should we do?
I said she would confront them!
All right, we got a point for Corey.
What did I say? What did I say?
And Corey, what would you do?
I do the exact same thing. I'm not a big fan of rumors, and so if I hear something going around, I'll usually confront the source and say, where did you hear this from, or why are you saying it? So I would also confront the source.
Okay. Rita?
I thought he would bluff on this one, so I gotta give you credit for that. I'm picking the 3 for him.
Okay. So we have a winner. Corey is the winner.
Happy dance.
That will so be cut it.
Oh, you don't put that in. That's the happy dance.
So Corey was the winner on this task. Rita, Sean, David, you will all meet me in the boardroom tomorrow, where one of you will be fired.